Hello Pokemon fans, I'm Professor K for the Pokemon Evolutionaries, and today I've got a matchup against the champion of Team Sinnoh, WaterAndGrass. Very good friend of mine, and gonna have a nice fun matchup here. I'm gonna try my Donphan Trevenant deck one more time against him, and I got the win on the coin flip. I am definitely gonna go first this time. So let's see what we got here, and no basic Pokemon. Alright, well this is looking real good. So one of the best starts you can have, I guess, is to not have any basic Pokemon. Go ahead and give him a fresh extra card there. Just great. Alright. So, looks like I've got a Landorus and a Phantump here for my basics. Let's see here. I'm probably going to go ahead and put up that Landorus first and leave Phantump on the bench. So I'll go ahead and throw that up there, and well, we'll see what kind of deck we're facing up against. Gonna put that Phantump on the bench. Pretty sure it's gonna be a fighting deck. I'll bet you anything. Just to use, yep, I knew it. Just to use Karina, he would use a fighting deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach a Float Stone to that Phantump and a Strong Energy to that Landorus. And I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Nothing else really I can do going first, unfortunately. So we'll see what he's got in store for me. Going second with the Landorus up front is definitely to his advantage. That turn 2 Hammerhead is going to be huge if he's got the energy to pull it off, especially if he accompanies it with a Muscle Band and a Fighting Stadium. But we'll see what kind of deck he's got here, or what he's got left in the deck. He's got a Computer Search here, getting rid of a Landorus and a Palpad. So that tells me that there's something missing in the equation. What is missing? We will soon find out, I'm sure. Even though Computer Search doesn't make you show the card, I know he'll be playing it regardless. So let's see what we've got. It's going to be a Strong Energy. That does not come as much of a surprise, considering that Strong Energy does let you hit for 20 extra damage. Hypnotoxic Laser on my Landorus, and if it's a heads, okay, it's a tails. Alright. If it was a heads, I would have been really in trouble. So we see that full art Karina come out. Let's see what he's gonna go for. That nice, beautiful full art Lucario by the looks of it. So I'm sure he'll put that down on the bench, and I know we will be seeing a Hammerhead for sure after he pulls out his item card. Probably going to be a Muscle Band. Yep, there it is. So we're going to see that Hammerhead hit for at least 50, 60, 70 damage right off the bat, and nice and powerful. So there's the 70 damage on my Landorus and 30 to Phantump, and Poison will hit me for an extra 10. So that is a brutal first turn. However, we've got a Startling Megaphone. We've got a Trevenant. We have a Muscle Band of our own to throw on Landorus. And we're going to Colress here for at least 3 more cards. We've got a Fighting Stadium, which is perfect. We're going to bench another Phantump. And while we're at it, I could hit for 70, 80, 90. That's going to be enough. I'll just go ahead and hit for 90 damage on his Landorus, returning. And we'll go ahead and do 30 to this Lucario here on the bench as well. I'm going to take my 10 damage for Poison, going up to 90 damage. He's going to have to get another Muscle Band in order to knock me out, or another Strong Energy, whichever comes first. And we'll just have to see what happens here. We've got the Strong Energy on Lucario, and a Professor Juniper for 7 cards, getting rid of that Mega Lucario. Not going to be a huge factor in this matchup for him. Don't really see a reason to have to use him in this, against kind of deck like mine. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he runs 2, who knows. So we're waiting on to see what happens here out of that nice Juniper for 7 he's got there. And it looks like it's just going to be a Hammerhead for 70, putting me at 150, 160, and then between turns we're going to go to 170 damage. Alright, I need to get something out quick. So we've got that Suicune, and I'm just going to have to Hammerhead and lose my turn, or my Pokemon here, to Poison. And, well, there you go. Gonna have to go with that. Get rid of Landorus there due to Poison. There he goes. So a 2-prize swing on both sides of the board. Gonna have to promote something new. which for me is going to be Trevenant with that Float Stone. I have not seen a Phanpy yet, which is very bad for this deck. Not being able to get into that Phanpy and Donphan are huge. I need one next turn. If I don't get one, I'm pretty much done for. I have no more attackers without him. Landorus was my only attacker that could do anything, so I'm at least stuck 2 turns with nothing. So that energy, or that item lock there, is only going to stay in play for this turn by the looks of it, unless he gets that Muscle Band on there, which is probably what he's going to do. Knock out that Trevenant. There's a Landorus, and I'm sure a Muscle Band will come out. Now whether or not he attaches it to Landorus or Lucario is another question. The smart thing would be Landorus to knock out the Trevenant. Actually no, wait a minute. Even if he does go for 60, it's still only going to hit for 40. I am resistant, so regardless, he cannot knock out that Trevenant. But let's see if he is aware of that or not, because even I almost forgot about the fighting resistance on Trevenant. So we see 20 damage there. We'll put a Float Stone on this Suicune here. And, as much as I hate to do it, I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to Ultra Ball for a Phanpy. That's all I can do. Nothing else. So we'll bench the Phanpy there, and we're just gonna have to end the turn and keep that item lock in play one more time. Oh, he has, that's right, that's why he couldn't attach the Muscle Band, because the item lock is in play. That's right. Okay. Let's get it together, Professor. Anyways, so with the item lock in play, there is no Muscle Band, there is no Switch, there is no Float Stone, there's no items whatsoever. We're gonna see a Strong Energy come out on that Lucario, EX on the bench. I already got 60 damage on it, so I've lightened it up a little bit. We're going to see 20 damage come out onto Trevenant. Oh, baby. Alright, this is excellent. Not only can I annihilate this huge hand that he's got, but I can get myself a nice 4 cards. Now, it doesn't do anything for me at this second, but I can get a Fighting Energy attached and a Muscle Band attached as well onto Phanpy, and buy myself one last turn with Trevenant. Unless he pulls a Lysander out, and that would be very bad for me. But we'll see what happens. With the item lock still in play, there's a very limited amount to what he can do. And there's the Lysander! Oh baby, here we go. Alright, so the Phanpy comes out, and there's nothing I can do about it. He's just gonna hit me for at least 40 damage, if not more. If he retreats that Landorus, it's going down hard. There's the Fighting Energy attached to Lucario, and I would imagine he'd have to retreat. Throwing away the Strong Energy is well worth knocking out that Phanpy that's getting ready to go. Ugh, there it goes. Yep, there's Lucario coming out to knock out the Phanpy. Just what I did not want to see. Oh man, talk about bad timing for me. Oh, that's a shame. So he's gonna go ahead and Corkscrew Smash, draw the other 3. I really don't have any other option here except to... wow. Alright, I could put up the Suicune or get me the item lock one more turn. I would hate to see anything else, but he's played the Lysander. I don't really know what else he could do to me other than an escape rope. But, I think I'd rather take the knockout on Trevenant this time. Okay, so we'll Karina. I've got my full art Karina of my own. And we'll get another Phanpy. And what other card do I want? I guess I'll get a Muscle Band. We'll bench the Phanpy, put the Muscle Band onto Phanpy, we'll attach the Strong Energy, and pass the turn one more time. If he has a second Lysander, it's going to hurt very badly. But let's hope that he doesn't. He's just going to be forced to knock out this Trevenant otherwise, and then I can start doing something, hopefully. I've got an N. I can get 4. Hopefully one of them is a Donphan. There goes the Trevenant down. My item lock is gone for now. And I'm just going to put up this Suicune with the Float Stone for now. Let's see what I draw into. Okay, I've got another Trevenant on board. And now I can end for 4 more cards. There's 31 in my deck. 3 of those are Donphans. I have Eva Sodas. Or I could go ahead and get the Ultra Ball, which is just as good. Getting rid of a startling Megaphone and a Fighting Energy. Get the Donphan. Gonna go ahead and evolve into that. And then I can retreat with Suicune into Donphan and hit for 40, 60, 80, 100 damage. Spinning turn, back on the bench against Lucario with a Suicune. Again, the only way out of this is going to be an escape rope or a Lysander. And most decks run 1 copy, but some decks run 2. So let's see what he can do here in this instance. Alright, so he goes for the switch here. Looks like he's going to switch into Landorus, which is probably the smartest move. Do 0 to me in the front, and then hit me for 30 on the bench. That is the only thing that really is going to hurt this kind of a deck, and it did its job here. So I think I'm going to play the N here. He only has 2 in his hand. He's only going to get 2 back. I'm going to bench a Phanpy, and then I'll attach a Floatstone to Trevenant. Professor's Letter for 2 Fighting Energy. We will attach 1 to this Phanpy. We'll get rid of the Suicune, retreat into the Donphan, and we'll Spinning Turn for 100 damage. And do I want to go into Suicune or Trevenant? He cannot really retreat, and he can't do that much damage to Trevenant. I think the item lock is far more important at this particular point in time. Let's go ahead and go into Trevenant. Alright, so we see a Professor Juniper come down. Gonna get rid of that entire hand there, which is an N and a Fighting Energy for 7 more cards. Only can use energy at this point. No more supporters, no more items, no Lysander, no Switch, no Floatstone, no Muscle Band, just energy. So this is definitely painful against him. Only can do 10 damage to me up to the front, and is going to hit me for 30 on the bench somewhere, either Phanpy or Donphan. Obviously, it's going to be Donphan. Yep, there it goes. 30 onto Donphan, and now back to me. Okay, so I can take the knockout on that Lucario this turn if I so choose to do so. Let's see here. We're only dealing with Landorus with 1 Fighting Energy, but that Lucario is dangerous back there. So I'm going to Lysander up that Lucario here, and we will retreat into our Donphan and immediately go for the knockout here on that Lucario and go back into Trevenant one more time. Take 2 more prizes, and all of a sudden this game has turned around. It's 2 prizes versus 2 prizes. A lot closer than I would have imagined considering the kind of start that we came with, but that just goes to show you that Phanpy, Donphan, Trevenant, and Suicune, and Landorus EX as well, 1 copy, all have amazing power in conjunction. The locks and the power and the speed of it can really make a difference when you're facing an opponent like this. So he's going to put out his Landorus here with the ability, or not the ability, the attack Shout of Power, and a big Juniper there, getting rid of so much stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is a huge Juniper, and there's nothing he can do to get Trevenant out of the active spot now. So we're probably just going to see a Shout of Power for nothing. And attaching to that Landorus there, powering it up for a Land's Judgment, or we're going to look for a Sky Lariat on the next turn, I should say. We'll see what he does here. It's got to be a Shout of Power. That's the only thing he can do. Getting that powered up and ready to go for a Land's Judgment, which will be huge in conjunction with a Lysander onto one of my Donphans. So we're going to see 0 onto Trevenant, but he'll still get that Fighting Energy out of the discard pile and attach it to Landorus on the bench. Alright. Going to go ahead and evolve into Donphan here. And I'm going to go ahead and use Sacred Ash. We're going to get Landorus, Trevenant, Phantump, Phanpy, and Phantump all back into the deck. And then I will go ahead and retreat into my Donphan here. That has 60 damage on it currently. Go ahead and spinning turn for 80 damage, and back into the Trevenant once more. He's got 18 cards left in his deck now, a handful of 7. Any one of those could be a Lysander at any given point, and that is a scary thought. This Donphan here is the one that I am counting on to put in the rest of the work for this match. This one's here ready to go, but it doesn't have the strong energy or the muscle band like this one does. It doesn't have the power to put this game to an end quite as fast. Oh, see, he doesn't know where his Lysanders are. Oh man, I've been wondering all game where the rest are. There's a Karina. So we'll go ahead and see him come out with another fighting Pokemon and another item card that he won't be able to use just yet. But in the meantime, he is pulling 2 more cards out of that deck, and all of a sudden this is dwindling down to a 16 card deck that could have a Lysander in it at any given time, which is, again, like I said, a very scary thought. So we see a Hypnotoxic Laser there come out of the deck with that Karina, and that looks like that's about it for that. So we're going to see Landorus come down, and probably another Shout of Power or a Sky Lariat if he attaches, which there's no attachment. Looks like it's just going to be a Shout of Power, and that's going to put a Fighting Energy onto the Landorus there on the bench. Okay, so he could have powered up for a Land's Judgment, but nothing there. Alright, so I'm going to Professor Juniper here and go for 7. I could use another Strong Energy if at all possible. Looks like we're going to have to bench a Phanpy, and I will switch the last that's what I just said, in the last 16 of the deck. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and spinning turn here for 80 and getting the knockout on that one. Good observation, indeed. So we'll go ahead and take 1 prize card here for that, and here comes the big bad Landorus. Alright, he's already got 100 damage on him. Oh man, talk about close games. Alright, so we're going to see that Land's Judgment come out. Is it going to be against Trevenant or Donphan? If he has the Lysander, it'll do it. If not, then there's a Juniper. Looks like he doesn't have it. Okay, so there's going to be no way he can get Trevenant out of the active spot. He's going to have to knock it out. There goes a Molga, which I was not expecting to see. Wow, that is an interesting addition to this deck, but it makes sense. There's one. Alright. About time. I misspelled about, but that's okay. Alright, so we'll see the Land's Judgment for 130 damage. And discarding all energy. But, unfortunately, it's not going to make a good difference. He says, "Good game, dude." I say, "Good game." Here comes the big bad Donphan once more. And I'm not even going to... And there's another. Out of the prizes comes the last one. So we're going to spinning turn... A little too late, Lysander. Oh, man, he's too much. So we're going to spinning turn here for another 60, 80, and that's all we need is 80 plus this 20 over here. And there's 100 damage to end the game. Too bad. Oh, jeez. All right. So we'll go ahead and spinning turn into this Suicune, take our final prize, and once again, Donphan Trevenant comes out on top, comes up from behind, gets the last prizes. Oh man, Donphan Trevenant is proving to be such a powerful, fast, strong, resilient deck. My goodness, I am very impressed with this deck. I just can't say it enough. This time we take down the mighty Team Sinnoh Champion, WaterAndGrass, a veteran here on YouTube for 4 years. Great guy. Be sure to go ahead and check him out. I'll include a link in the description down below. He's always there, but this time I'll make his link a little bit higher so you guys can get right to it. Check him out. He's a great guy. A lot of great stuff over on his channel. Definitely worth a look if you don't know him already, which I'm sure most of you do. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video as well. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, we appreciate your feedback and support. So until next time, I'm Professor K for the Pokemon Evolutionaries. Yeah.